Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and Restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to Tuesday, March 11th spoilers on The Young and the Restless, the captor will make Phyllis Summers make a dangerous decision as Summer Newman's plan succeeds. This is what viewers of YNR can anticipate from Tuesday's exciting episode. Phyllis must first determine whether to believe Sharon Newman's ability to solve riddles. The abductor might want Phyllis to be forced to trust Sharon in spite of their past. Sharon will continue to believe that a specific bottle of water contains the antidote for the poison that Phyllis appears to have consumed based on the evidence. However, when playing this wild guessing game, nobody can be certain of anything. If Sharon is mistaken, Phyllis will be afraid that this bottle will make matters worse, but she will most likely decide to trust her and swallow it whole. Phyllis may feel a little more appreciative of Sharon's presence when her symptoms swiftly start to go away. Given that the objective still appears to be getting Sharon and Phyllis together, the captor might be happy about this development. In the upcoming episodes, Phyllis and Sharon will change their approach, so we'll provide you with more forecasts about what to expect. Summer will plot and find a way to spoil Kyle Abbott and Claire Newman's night together in the meanwhile. Summer will always find a way to interfere with Claire and Kyle's romantic evening plans. Claire is likely to believe that Summer is an expert in her field. Kyle purchasing whatever Summer is offering to entice him away from their date night could irritate Claire. In either case, Kyle will postpone or cancel his plans with Claire. The connection between Claire and Kyle will get tense, which will benefit Summer because she wants Kyle back. Holden Novak will decide to join Claire at the GCAC bar when he sees her drinking by herself. Holden will be his typical endearing self, and he might start a friendship with Claire that might develop into something more. According to previews for The Young and the Restless, Summer will stop at nothing to destroy Claire and Kyle, so keep an eye out for any unfavorable developments. Here are the spoilers for Monday, March 10th, 2025's episode of The Young and the Restless. Fans might anticipate a troubling message from the enigmatic abductor in the upcoming episode. Reluctantly, Nick Newman teams up with Billy Abbott. Additionally, Audra Charles uses Nate Hastings to hide her identity. Let's discuss the upcoming events in the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. When Phyllis Summers was abducted. Sharon Newman and Phyllis Summers will remain in captivity on Monday, March 10th. Although the women are unsure of their specific purpose, the kidnapper appears to be very familiar with their past. Sharon and Phyllis are attempting to avoid strangling each other for the most part. Nevertheless, that is getting harder as time goes on. The fact that the hostages are unsure if anyone is aware they are absent further complicates the situation. They were given permission by their captors to make one phone conversation each, during which they provided a false narrative to their loved ones. However, they haven't been able to call anyone else since. The unsettling message from the captor. The identity of the person who kidnapped Phyllis and Sharon is still unknown to fans. Among the conjectures is Michael Baldwin. Another possibility is that Ian Ward is manipulating the situation. Ian might be trying to break them up so that they will both be eager to commit crimes for him or something. Anyway, Sharon and Phyllis are organizing an escape. Then, their kidnapper sends them a troubling message. Perhaps the captor is more aware of their plans than they realize. Together, Nick Newman and Billy Abbott. According to previews for the upcoming episode of The Young and the Restless, Phyllis and Sharon's loved ones are becoming increasingly worried. Nick will grudgingly work with Billy. Nick wants to find both of these women now. Phyllis is the main thing that worries Billy. So, could their partnership work out despite though Nick and Billy approach things quite differently? March 10th, 2025, Monday. Additionally, viewers may anticipate Audra covering her tracks in Monday's show. Nate Hastings asked Audra some questions, but Holden Novak had to go back to Los Angeles. The weekly preview footage follows, in which Holden is seen approaching Claire Grace Newman in the bar. Holden was scheduled to catch the plane, but what happened to it? What is Holden's desire for Claire? What is the plot that you are most excited to see? Post your ideas in the space provided for comments below. Don't forget to keep watching the CBS or Paramount Plus soap opera to see what happens next. Updates and spoilers for the young and the restless hint at what may be the ultimate whodunit and the potential reappearance of a long-awaited villain. This evil monster appears to meet all the requirements to be the as-yet unidentified criminal who put Phyllis Summers and Sharon Newman in jail. Viewers will recall Ray Wise's recent departure from the show's canvas, which featured a startling resurrection in the back of an ambulance. The obvious answer is Ian Ward, or perhaps a not-so-dead Jordan, or both. Jordan, his lover, never showed up in the morgue even though she looked dead. Oh no! Even though everyone who watches soap operas is aware of what it could signify, these hints could be red herrings. Rather, the kidnapper of Sharon and Phyllis may have been another YNR villain who hasn't been seen in years. She was also last seen in a mental health facility. She may also want a perverse retaliation because she is related to the late Heather Stevens. Sick in the head, straight-out psycho, this reminds me of Patty Williams. After being kidnapped, Sharon and Phyllis find themselves in a dangerous scenario where they must work together to live. Viewers are left wondering about the mastermind behind their capture as they fight to escape. It seems that their kidnapper has a grudge against Sharon and Phyllis because of their simultaneous disappearance, which sparks speculation and raises eyebrows. The creators of YNR are renowned for their surprising turns, and this subplot promises to reveal some shocking disclosures. If it's not Jordan and Ian, then who is it? The sudden reappearance of Patty Williams as the person incarcerating Sharon and Phyllis may have been the most startling of all. Is it possible that Patty is seeking revenge for her brother's suffering and her niece's passing? Patty has experience with both women because she and Sharon were Fairview patients in the past. In addition, Patty poisoned Summer Newman, Phyllis's daughter, to prevent her from seeing Jack Abbott. What might Patty's motivation be if she abducted them? It might have something to do with the passing of her niece Heather. Patty might still hold Sharon accountable for Heather's murder even though she was exonerated of any wrongdoing. Phyllis was also in charge of getting Heather back from Portugal so she could get in touch with Daniel Romalotti. Is the abandoned mental health facility where Patty resides? Paul Williams hasn't heard anything about his sister in a long time, which raises the possibility that she has either escaped or is residing in the abandoned building. Regarding motivations, Patty might believe that Heather would still be alive in Portugal if Phyllis hadn't gotten involved. Paul, Patty's brother, suffered a heart attack as a result of Heather's passing. It's possible that Patty is taking revenge on Sharon and Phyllis for Paul's suffering. Is Patty responsible for the new abductions, or is this exciting plot taking a different turn? The tension between Audra and Holden is palpable, and it only intensifies when she reveals that she told Nate about their past. Holden is surprised by this revelation, but Audra assures him that, given everything going on in Nate's life, it barely registered. She shifts the conversation back to Damien, questioning Holden about his relationship with him. What is he? Your friend, your boss? She asks, highlighting the potential complications of working for someone you're close to. Holden explains that he was friends with Damien first, but their dynamic has shifted, and now Damien is more of a boss than a friend. Audra finds Holden's evasiveness ridiculous and presses him for more details, but he remains tight-lipped. While he won't admit to being afraid of Damien, he does concede that his boss has a temper like a cornered mountain lion when things don't go his way. This admission only adds to the intrigue surrounding Damien and his influence over Holden. Meanwhile, Diane's offer to babysit Harrison provides a lighter moment in the midst of all the tension. Kyle is on the patio at Society, scrolling through his phone, when Diane arrives, buzzing with excitement about the renovations at the Abbott mansion. They share a laugh over Jack's potential panic attacks about the changes, and Kyle mentions how much Harrison is looking forward to having his old space back. Diane seizes the opportunity to suggest that Kyle and Claire might appreciate some alone time, offering to babysit Harrison. Kyle admits that alone time with Claire has been rare, a fact that Diane finds both amusing and concerning. She urges him to take advantage of her offer and plan a date with Claire, emphasizing that she and Jack are more than willing to help out. Diane's enthusiasm for the renovations extends beyond the physical changes to the house. She sees it as a chance to make a peace offering to Jack's siblings after the fallout from their fake breakup. She also hopes to leave her own mark on the house, ensuring that it reflects her presence and contributions to the family. Kyle reassures her that the house is already her home and that the fact that Jack's siblings signed off on the renovations is a sign of their acceptance. Diane's desire to feel included and valued within the Abbott family is a recurring theme, and her efforts to strengthen those bonds are evident in her interactions with Kyle. Over at the new ranch, Claire's conversation with Victor takes a more serious tone. She arrives and greets her grandfather with a kiss on the cheek, prompting him to gush about how her grandmother is always singing her praises. Claire, however, wastes no time in getting to the point. She asks Victor directly if he's encouraging Summer to reconnect with Kyle. Victor is quick to deny any favoritism, assuring Claire that he doesn't want Kyle with either of his granddaughters. He expresses sympathy for Summer, who has to deal with Kyle because of Harrison, but insists that he would never choose one granddaughter over the other. Claire, however, remains skeptical. She knows that Victor has never been a fan of Kyle, and she's concerned that her grandfather's disapproval will never allow her relationship with Kyle to thrive. Victor, ever the patriarch, suggests that Claire's relationship with Kyle might be a mistake, a comment that she firmly rejects. She insists that she's not insecure about her feelings or Kyle's, but she's worried that Victor's interference will create unnecessary tension. Victor, in his typical fashion, reminds Claire that she's over 21 and capable of making her own decisions. He gives his word that he won't interfere, but his tone suggests that his disapproval remains unchanged. Claire leaves the conversation with a mix of frustration and determination, vowing to protect her relationship with Kyle from any outside influence. Summer's encounter with Jack at society provides another layer to the ongoing drama. Distracted and preoccupied, Summer bumps into Jack and apologizes for her lack of focus. She fills him in on the latest developments with Phyllis and Sharon's disappearance, expressing relief that Chance is now looking into it. As their conversation shifts to more personal matters, Summer lets slip that she and Chance are on a break that may be permanent. Jack expresses concern, but Summer reassures him that Kyle has been a source of support during this difficult time. She emphasizes that their reconnection is solely for Harrison's benefit, and she's grateful that they can co-parent effectively. Jack is relieved to hear that Harrison is thriving, and he praises Summer and Kyle for their efforts in raising a confident and loving boy. Summer, in turn, reminds Jack of the bond they share, one that predates her relationship with Kyle. She reflects on how much it means to her that they've been able to rebuild their relationship, and she expresses her gratitude for Jack's unwavering support. Their conversation is a testament to the enduring strength of family ties, even in the face of past conflicts and challenges. At the athletic club, Nate and Damien's lunch conversation delves into the complexities of their shared history. They discuss Amy's recent health scare and the hope that has returned to her eyes thanks to the oncologist Nate recommended. Damien expresses his gratitude for Nate's help, but when the conversation turns to their father, the mood shifts. Damien admits that he's struggling to forgive his mother for lying to him about his father, a man he never had the chance to know. Nate, who also lost his father at a young age, tries to offer perspective, but Damien's loyalty to his father's memory makes forgiveness difficult. The two half-brothers share a moment of connection as they reflect on the unanswered questions and unresolved emotions that come with losing a parent. Despite their differences, they find common ground in their shared experiences and the hope that they can continue to build a relationship. The tension escalates when Nate spots Holden walking in with Audra. Damien is visibly annoyed, reminding Holden that they're in Genoa City for business, not personal matters. He orders Holden to stay away from Audra and focus on his job, a directive that underscores the power dynamics at play. Holden, however, seems determined to pursue his connection with Audra, even as she remains hesitant. Their interactions are fraught with unresolved feelings and unspoken tensions, leaving both characters at a crossroads. As the day unfolds, Kyle's call to Claire about their upcoming date adds a touch of romance to the mix. He's eager to spend time alone with her, and Claire is equally excited. Their relationship, while still navigating challenges, remains a source of hope and positivity. Meanwhile, Diane's conversation with Jack about Summer's potential feelings for Kyle introduces a new layer of intrigue. Jack's concern that Summer might want Kyle back raises questions about the future of their relationships and the impact it could have on Harrison. In Genoa City, the past and present are constantly intertwined, shaping the lives of its residents in unexpected ways. Whether it's Audra and Holden's unresolved history, Diane's efforts to strengthen her place in the Abbott family, or Claire and Kyle's determination to build a future together, the drama continues to unfold. As alliances shift and emotions run high, one thing is certain: in Genoa City, nothing is ever simple, and every interaction has the potential to change everything. The Young and the Restless, Tuesday, March 11th. Shocker: Phyllis faces a life-or-death decision as Summer's plan explodes. Kidnapping horror: Sharon and Phyllis's nightmare escalates. The latest episode of The Young and the Restless promises a heart-stopping hour as Phyllis Summers is forced to make a deadly decision. Held captive alongside Sharon Newman, Phyllis finds herself at a crossroads. Does she trust her longtime rival's instincts, or does she risk it all and refuse to take a sip of the mysterious antidote? Tensions boil over when their sadistic captor presents them with an agonizing choice. A single bottle of water is placed in front of them, a potential cure to the slow-acting poison that has left Phyllis writhing in agony. But what if it's another twisted mind game? Can Sharon solve the cryptic riddle in time, or will Phyllis pay the ultimate price for their decades of animosity? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.